Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Felix from Podcasting Secrets, and today I'm going to talk to you about what I learned from watching the New York City Marathon today. So I live in New York City, and the marathon route comes through my neighborhood, and my wife, my daughter, and I, and a couple of our other friends have kids decided to go out and watch the marathon and see what's going on with it. And I've never actually seen a marathon up close and personal before, and when I was watching it, I never got into, I never was into running. I really hate running. Every time I run, I think to myself, like, every single step I take is one step that I have to run back when I am done with the run, right? So it's not something that I find very enjoyable. But when I saw these runners coming through, some of them were in like these, I guess, kind of like these bicycle, like wheelchair type of setups, because they were just using their arms to go these 26.2 miles. So they had a lot to struggle through, right? They had a lot to figure out. They had a lot to do to try to run or to achieve going through this 26.2 mile race. And just seeing them go through was just so inspiring. I never was into running, but after just watching these people come through inspired me to say, oh, maybe I should try running. Maybe I should try training to run a marathon, to the point where I was actually doing some research on like what it takes to go from not being a runner to actually being able to run a marathon. And it says something like 26 weeks to accomplish this. But this was similar to something that I've learned recently, was when I'm looking for advice on how to be successful, right? Rather, whether it be successful in launching a podcast, successful in launching a business, I always hear the same thing. And now I'm recognizing I've always heard it from the very beginning. The very first times I started looking for the answers to success, a lot of people, almost every single successful entrepreneur told me the key is mindset. And I used to hear that all the time, but I'm now only opening my eyes to understand what that means. I never really took it any kind of gave it any weights, right? So I said mindset to me, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, is it something I can even use? Like, is it tactical? That can I actually use this advice of the importance of mindset in achieving my goals? And I never really got what it meant, so I kind of ignored the advice of mindset. But now when I see the success, or when I see when I saw today these marathon runners coming through and working hard, going through all the training and like the mental game and trying to stay strong to complete the race, and hearing this advice over and over again from entrepreneurs, I'm now realizing what it means when they talk about mindset. It's similar to that scene in the Matrix where there's a red pill and a blue pill. You want to choose one or the other. And obviously in the movie, Neo chooses the pill. I believe it's a red pill. He chooses the pill to wake up. I think that's what mindset is about. I'm recognizing now that mindset, the reason why I've gotten stuck in the past, hit the walls in the past, was because I never took the idea of mindset seriously, because I didn't understand what it meant. Now I'm starting to see what mindset means. Mindset means, basically, to me, means to opening your eyes to what's possible more and more. Seeing these marathon runners open my eyes to see what's possible. Maybe I could run a marathon. Seeing other successful podcasters, seeing other successful entrepreneurs, seeing the path that they've carved. Having the right mindset to me means seeing and recognizing that, oh, this is possible for me too. So if you're thinking about starting a podcast, or you're not sure about starting one, maybe you can't do it, maybe you feel like you don't have the right content, maybe you don't feel like you have the right voice, maybe you find that, or worry that you might sound stupid on the microphone. The key to having the right mindset to launching successful podcasts is just going with the a thought that maybe this can work for you too. Maybe this is possible for you too. And just having that thought alone is so empowering, because once you start believing that you might be able to do it, you might be able to start a successful podcast, you start taking actions of someone that would to start a successful podcast, right? Because if you started off on this journey to start a podcast, you just kind of discounted yourself, discounted your abilities, and just kind of said that this might not work for you, this might not be successful for you, then you don't take the necessary actions to guarantee your success. But you go into it believing that this is something that's possible for you, because you've seen other people do it, you've seen me do it, you see me talking about it, you see me talk about how it's possible for anyone out there that wants to start a successful podcast to have thousands of listeners, that it's possible. You put in the work. If you just believe that that could be a life that you can have too, that's something you can have too, having that alone will empower you to take the action necessary to move down that path. And by taking the necessary actions, you start seeing that, oh, this is possible. And you start taking more action. And you start seeing it's more possible. It becomes more real. You take more actions based off that. And then it starts this kind of very useful cycle, right? This very useful cycle, upward cycle of belief that then empowered your action, which then empowered your belief, and then all of a sudden you got this cycle going, this momentum going. Then that cannot stop you from your success when it comes to launching a podcast. So for a long time I didn't get what mindset meant. Now I see what it means. What it means to me now is that mindset means opening your eyes to what is possible and just believing that maybe this can't work for you. I'm a very I guess practical and logical person, so a lot of times I am kind of looking for the reasons why something might not work. And I thought that was a good characteristic. I thought that was a characteristic that would help me out. Now I'm recognizing that just belief alone is way more powerful than being able to logically answer or logically see why something might work or might not work. I think that's almost like a crutch that I go on just to give myself an out, give myself an excuse to not try to go for my goals, So now I'm focused this year on just more belief, less facts, which is kind of crazy to say, right? But I think sometimes looking for fact finding is cutting your attempts too short too early. Sometimes you gotta go into it and not look for any facts, not look for any logic about whether you'll be successful or not. Just go into believing that this could be possible for you, and that's going to power you to take the very first actions. Then again, which will feed back into your belief and begin this cycle. So hopefully, it helps you out. If you're hesitant to start a podcast because you don't think it's possible for you, or you're not sure if it will be successful, mindset, what the podcasting mindset means to me, and I think you can also take this to something that can mean the same thing for you, is opening your eyes to what's possible. But opening your eyes to what's possible will start propelling you to take the actions that you need to take to achieve your goals of starting a successful podcast. Hopefully it helps you out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.